Okay, let's get DIYing. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys how to make is this Tumblr inspired inspiration grid wall hanging thing. You can use it to hang up Polaroids and pictures and sunglasses, and I think it just is like the perfect minimal piece for my room. So I got these wooden dowels from the dollar store, there's a lot of them, and then I'm using this black electrical tape to make it black. So what I did was I unrolled some tape to be the length of the dowel. I placed the dowel on the tape, and then I cut it to fit the actual dowel. And then what I did, super easy, I just literally rolled the dowel with the tape. And this covers the entire dowel, and it's really quick and easy to do. So I just repeated this on all of the dowels, just cut, roll, and repeat. So once I had a bunch of dowels, I realized that these are not long enough, so what I did was I actually taped them together. I just cut a little piece of black tape again, and then rolled them together. The dowels are all covered and connected. By the way, I have 16 of these long ones. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing them on the ground and laying them out to be perfect, and it's easy as hot gluing it together once you have your perfect formation out. And make sure you don't put too much glue and you don't put too little glue because you don't want the glue to be visible. So once everything is glued, I'm just using this little cutter wire thing and I'm cutting off the excess. I liked leaving a little bit of the excess to make it look a little bit industrial. And then all that's left is hanging it on your wall. I just use these little adhesive hooks to hang it up, and then you can begin pinning whatever you want on your little inspiration board. So I printed stuff from Tumblr, I printed stuff from my Instagram, gave it a little Polaroid frame. I even put my sunglasses and some other jewelry on it, and it worked really well, so you can really customize it to your room. Another thing that I did was use these little wire fairy lights that I got from Shop and Kit, and I hid the little battery pack behind one of these paper things. So that's my little DIY inspiration grid thing. I think it turned out so well, and it was only like $3 in the end. So next I'm going to show you guys how to make these hexagon shelves that I've been seeing everywhere, but I wanted to show you guys how to make it super affordable, super cheap, and really easy. So I actually found these wooden tiles for $3 at Dollarama, and they're just like these interlocking outdoor tiles. So what I did is flip it over, unscrew the little backing that it had, this little plastic interlocking backing. So I just used a screwdriver and got rid of any screws that were attaching the wood tiles to the little backing. And then we have our little wooden plates, which are perfect for what we're doing. The next step is a little dangerous, so you might need to get an adult or go to a homeware store to do this, but I'm cutting my wooden boards in half, but I'm making sure to do it at an angle, and I found that an angle of 120 degrees is perfect. So I ended up with these 6 little parallelogram shapes. A mistake that I made is that I didn't measure exactly. I thought that I could just do it by eye, but then the hexagon ended up being a little wonky. It's all good though, it ended up working out. So I just laid out my little hexagon, and you could use wood glue if you're planning on putting a substantial amount of weight on it, but I was just going to put it on my shelf, so I just used hot glue to glue it together. If you are planning on hanging it up as an actual shelf, then I do recommend measuring it out perfectly and using the wood glue. So just push all of the pieces together and form your little hexagon. Another thing that I did was fill in the little gaps with some more hot glue just to make sure it's completely secure, and then that's it. I just placed it on my shelf, and I think it adds a little nice accent piece to put a plant or anything else inside of it. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make these little decorative henna inspired rocks that I've been seeing on Tumblr everywhere, and these are probably the easiest DIY. All you need are some rocks. I found these, and they're just flat rocks. I think flat is the key. You need the flat rock so it's easy to draw on them. So what I did was I actually washed off the rocks just in case there was any dirt or whatever on it, and then I dried them off. Are you guys ready for the easiest DIY of all time? All you need are Sharpies, nothing fancy. I just have gold, black, and then I have a white gel pen as well. And then literally all you have to do is be creative and draw whatever you want on it. You can get some inspiration from Tumblr and Google, but I just went by eye. I found that using a lot of repetitive shapes makes it look really, really good, and it gives you that henna mandala-like feel. But you can just have fun with it. Some of them I started in the center, some of them I started on the edge. I actually found that the white stood out the most because The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but The Rock is darker, so the white stood out the most and it looked really, really good. So I ended up mixing and matching the colors. I used the black Sharpie with some white accents. I also mixed it up with the gold Sharpie, and it just ended up really fun and therapeutic almost for me. And I think they turned out really boho chic, very Urban Outfitters, very Tumblr. So, oh yeah, by the way, another thing you can do is use nail polish if you want to make it more colorful. So that's what I did here. I used like some lilac and some white, and they just looked really cool. So that's how I made these little decorative rocks. They look really good all together as a group, and they were the most fun to make in my opinion. Okay guys, so that's it for this DIY Tumblr decor using only dollar store products video. Hopefully you found it helpful. Let me know which one was your favorite, I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more DIYs, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!